This video shows how to install an Ericsson Minilink 6366 microwave radio terminal. Minilink 6366 is a modular microwave link system with one or two carriers that is designed to have all its parts installed outdoors. It has a built-in switch and support for IP/MPLS Layer 3 VPNs. Minilink 6366 can be ordered in different combinations for many different scenarios. This video shows how to install a single polarized one-carrier Minilink 6366 terminal. The terminal we will install is one end of a link that will be a part of a 5G network, connecting to another Minilink terminal 50 kilometers away. Before we start, we check the site installation document to ensure we have all the needed information about the configuration and where to mount the terminal. We also want to make sure we have the installation instructions at hand. Check the delivered boxes for damage. Then use the packing notes to check that the delivery is complete. Unpack and assemble the Minilink 6366 in a clean and dry location. It is important that dirt and moisture do not get into the equipment connectors and interfaces. The delivery for a 1+0 terminal consists of the Minilink 6366 with a removable memory module, RMM, and a mounting bracket. A Minilink 6363 radio unit, an antenna, and other ordered cables and accessories. The link configuration determines which cables and accessories are required. For our link, we need these: a radio cable to connect the Minilink 6366 to the radio unit, an SFP module, grounding cables, cables for connecting power and traffic, cable clamps, and straps for fastening the cables to the mast. For installing the Minilink, we will need spanners, a torque wrench, hex keys, cutting pliers and a knife, a measuring tape, and a voltmeter. A compass and a pair of binoculars can be handy when installing and aligning the antenna. For configuring the terminal, we will need a laptop and a standard Ethernet cable for the connection. When we have ensured that we have all the material and tools needed, we can start preparing the Minilink for outdoor installation. First, we will assemble the antenna. This terminal has a 0.3 meter antenna. The antenna is delivered as a kit containing the antenna dish, the antenna mount, the interface module, and the interface plate. Follow the included instructions to assemble the antenna mount and attach it to the antenna. The antenna can be installed either to the left or to the right of the mast. Check the site installation document to see how each antenna should be installed before attaching the interface plate. This antenna should be to the right of the mast. Mount the rain cap. Place the interface plate so that these two hooks, where we will hang the radio unit, point up when the assembly is installed in the mast. Place the mounting bracket on top of the interface plate. The bracket is asymmetrical to allow for a variety of mounting options. Fasten the bracket and the interface plate with the screws and washers. Only finger tighten the screws at this point. Next, we will assemble and mount the antenna interface module. Check the site installation document for the polarization of the link. For this link, vertical polarization is specified. The orientation of the antenna interface module sets the polarization. It can be mounted in either vertical or horizontal position. Apply grease to the rubber gasket. Note this line on the side of the interface module. It should point towards the V on the antenna for vertical polarization. Mount the interface module by pushing it over the rubber gasket. Now fully tighten the screws holding the mounting bracket. Next up, we mount the radio unit. Hang it on the two hooks at the top and secure it with the screw at the bottom. Attach the Minilink 6366 to the mounting bracket. Loosely attach the screws in the top two holes and hang the unit on the bracket. Secure it with the two screws at the bottom and tighten all 4 screws. Connect the Minilink 6366 to the radio unit with the radio cable. To ensure proper performance in all weather conditions, we seal the connectors using the included butyl sealing kit on both ends. Prepare the grounding of the radio unit and the Minilink 6366 by attaching the grounding cables. Our power cable is delivered unassembled. Remove the connector housing from the connector body. Strip off 20 millimeters from the cable outer jacket. Insert the cable into the connector housing and fasten the screws. Tighten the screw for the strap until the strap clamps the cable. Reinstall the connector housing in the connector body. Install the rubber gland and the gland clamp and tighten the gland nut. Mount the cap. Traffic will be connected to the Minilink using an optical cable and an SFP. The connector for the optical cable is delivered unassembled. It needs to be assembled and the SFP installed in the connector. Start by disassembling the connector. Insert the SFP into the holder on the connector. Slide the cable through the connector housing and gently connect the fiber. Reinsert the SFP holder into the connector body. Unscrew the gland nut. Install the rubber gland and the gland clamp. Screw on the gland nut. Now the assembly is complete, and it is time to do an initial configuration of the node. The RMM, where the configuration and the licenses are stored, must be installed. Open the lid on the Minilink 6366. Insert the RMM, making sure it is correctly aligned. Close the lid. Make sure that the assembly is connected to a grounding point. Temporarily connect the Mini-Link to a power source. Verify the voltage and polarity. It must be minus 48 volts with the positive pole connected to a station ground. The unit has an RJ45 port for management. Remove the cap and connect with a standard Ethernet cable. Enter the settings for the unit according to the site installation document and prepare for antenna alignment. When the initial configuration is done, remove the cables and replace the caps. The Mini-Link is now ready for installation outdoors. Later, when we have installed the terminal and finished antenna alignment, parameters can be changed remotely through the management DCN network. During outdoor installations, follow the safety regulations for work at height. Check the site installation document for where in the mast the Mini-Link should be installed. Look for a landmark in the direction to the other end of the link. Lift the assembly to the correct position in the mast. Measure the height if required. Secure the assembly in this position during installation. Fasten the V-clamp bracket around the pole and use the landmark to point the antenna towards the other end. Tighten the bracket using a torque wrench set to 38 Newton meters.